Hello, everyone, and welcome. So we are streaming this in a few different places. So depending on where you are watching, hello and welcome. For those of you who are new to watching me, my name is Mystical Essence. I am an intuitive tarot and oracle card reader, an astrologer. I'm a spiritual mentor and teacher as well. So I'm on live to do some readings for you all. Hopefully we'll get some people on. So if you guys are jumping on, please say hello. Let me know you're watching. For those of you who are new to watching me, welcome as well. For those of you who aren't, welcome back. You guys are awesome. So yeah, we're going to do some pick-a-card readings today. We're going to look into what this lovely Libra season is bringing in for all of you guys. So yeah, today I'm going to be using, for the pick-a-cards, hello Amber. Hello. So we're going to be using the Oracle of the Unicorns for the actual pick a card part. And then we're going to use two decks that I actually don't have the boxes for anymore. They are called to the Well-Worn Path and the Hidden Path deck. They are also Oracle cards. So no tarot today. We're just going to use Oracle. But yeah, so what I want you guys to do is I'm going to pick the top three cards off the deck, the top of the unicorn deck. And I'm going to show them to you guys and just comment 1, 2, or 3, whichever one you guys feel pulled to. So the first card that we have is Discernment. So if you feel really drawn to this card, then comment a 1 below. You know. The second card we have is Nature. So if you're pulled to this card, comment a 2. I love this card. And then the third card we have is Abundance. It's a rainbow unicorn. Oh my god. That kind of just jumped out at me. So we're going to start off with pile number 1. So if you guys are number 1 and you were pulled to the Discernment card, this is your reading for what's coming in for Libra season. So let's see. Ashley, you're 2. Awesome. Let's see. It's on the bottom of the deck. Okay. So what we are getting for you guys, we have the Law of 3 reversed. Hello, Cass. So we're doing a pick a card. We're on pile number 1 at the moment. We have the Holly King coming up reversed as well. The Karma card. I love this card. And then on the bottom of the deck, we had the 3 Great Mysteries. So, what I'm getting, let me see. So what I'm getting for you guys is, I feel like a lot of you guys, you've been waiting for something to come back around. There's a lot of energy underneath the surface of things that has to do with cycles. I'm seeing the life, death, rebirth. I don't know if you guys can read that, but in the book it says three great mysteries: birth, life, and death. So it talks about cycles and how everything kind of goes through these cycles. We as humans go through the cycle of, we're born, we live, we die, we're reborn, we relive, we re-die. We go through this evolutionary cycle, and everything that exists goes through the cycle. So I feel like for you guys underneath the surface, the energy that's kind of lying underneath things, if you pick pile number one this week, or with this Libra season, sorry, is this energy of cycles, right? You're seeing things go through different cycles. And it's funny that this comes up with Libra, considering Libra is the beginning of a new season. So it quite literally is the end of a cycle in regards to summer, right? We're going into autumn, at least in the northern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, you guys are going into spring. So you're winding up one cycle to go into a new one. So that's the energy that's lying underneath of this. With the law of three coming up reversed, I'm getting this energy of you guys with this season are really you're kind of stuck in this energy of wanting to see something come back. I'm really seeing like you guys have been feeling like you've been wronged in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like this essence of wanting karma to come back. Some of you may be receiving karma back. I feel like for some of you, you may feel like karma's been stuck, like there's somebody in your life that deserves some sort of karmic debt, and you're not seeing it come in. You're not seeing it kind of come to fruition. And I feel a lot of frustration with things. Things seem frozen as well with this Holly King in reverse as well. So, like I said, it's this feeling of not seeing karma paid, not seeing the piper paid, not seeing the price paid, right? Somebody may have wronged you, and you guys are like, well, now we want balance. Now we want things to come back. So Libra can also, I equate Libra to karma in terms of science, because it is that scale, right? When we tip that scale, something else has to come back up to balance it, right? When you put weight on one side, you got to put more weight on the other to equal it out. It's that karma. What you give out, you get back to keep things balanced. And that's kind of what the principle of karma is all about. It's all about balance, right? At least the popular belief of it. We're not going to get into semantics, but the general concept of this reading is balance. So you guys are really kind of, if you chose pile one, you've got to this month is all about bringing back things and back into balance for you. Things have been out of balance, things have been feeling really stuck and really frozen, and like things just aren't going to balance back out for you. I feel like they definitely are with this karma card coming in. So if you chose pile number one, the karma's on its way. Things will be balanced out, right? There will be an action of reaction for whatever actions have been taken against you or for you. But this is also, I feel like, a warning card, because karma is coming back as well. So you may see karma coming back to people that have done wrong to you, but you may also see karma coming back to you as well. So you may be called to pay the piper, so to speak, as well, with actions that you have done in the past. You may be seeing things come back for what you have done. Now, if you've done really good things, then you don't have to worry about this. If you've done negative things and it does come back, take it as a lesson learned, okay? Don't get upset. Don't, just kind of go with the flow of it and understand that it's coming back because this is what you've planted. This is this is the universe balancing things out for you, right? And now you can now you're on equal ground, so you can move on from things. This is also a good month if you guys to balance back out karma. So if you do any type of magical workings to work on repaying your karmic debt. If you guys have a lot of karmic debt that you know of, it's a good time to do workings on repaying that debt and clearing out that karma for you personally as well, and finishing that cycle and breaking that cycle finally. I also feel like spell workings for other people as far as like karma spells to help bring karma along a little faster because things maybe seem stuck may work well for you as well. So pile number ones, you guys got some cycles finishing up. It's a good time to release any karmic debt, but also keep in mind that karma's coming back, whether it should be to you or somebody else you know who has wronged you, or to you yourself. So good karma, bad karma, it doesn't really matter. The scales are being balanced is what I keep hearing. Um, so it's coming back. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, if you've been doing well up until this point, and you see this, you could see this play out as a benefit for you guys as well. But if you don't, then don't fret about it. Just take it as a lesson learned, try and learn what you can from it and move on. Okay, so now we're going to do pile number 2. I almost shuffled those back in. I don't want to shuffle those back in. So pile number 2 was the lovely nature unicorn. So this is pile number 2. Oh yes, for pile number 1's your card was discernment too, and it also said, all is not what it seems. Stay true to your knowing and keep your dreams a secret. So that might be something we want to take into consideration too. But discernment really jumped out at me for pile ones as well, right? Using the discernment and the actions you take this month too, because there could be some serious karmic debt coming back to you guys, right? So make sure this month, while the sun is in Libra, that you guys are putting out some good energy, that you're going to do things that you're going to get results, positive results on. You don't want to be doing anything that you're going to get negative results on. So for pile 2s, we have nature. It says, ground yourself and find a sanctuary in nature. Connect with the elementals. So for you guys who chose pile 2, grounding might be something of significance to you. You may find a lot of air energies are going on right now. I think we've got five planets in air signs, so a lot of air energy. Plus we've got a grand trine in air, which is a lot of flowing air energy. So staying grounded is essential. So for pile 2s, you guys may be like really up in your heads. You may kind of have to bring yourselves back down to earth a little bit. That might be something that's beneficial to you. Good morning, Denise, or afternoon. Yeah, I guess it's afternoon now. Okay, so let's do pile 2s. Ooh. Pile 2s. Okay, what's on the bottom of the deck? Perfect. So pile 2s, what we have coming up, we have the other world. Huh. That's interesting. We have Transformist reversed. I think that says Transformist. Triformist, sorry, not Transformist, Triformist. And yes, I read these reversed. I know generally they don't read reversed, but I read them reversed. And then we have the fairy door. And on the bottom of the deck, we had the Yule or winter solstice reversed. So for you guys, I feel it's really interesting because you had the nature card come out, but all of these cards are leading me to say that this month is pulling you to other realms. So with the other world, oh, Never mind. Okay. So with the other world, there's a lot of dreamy kind of energy in this. I seen I did see a lot of dreamy energy. I feel like there's a few different messages in this that I'm gonna get to. So there is that dreamy energy, that imagination energy, that Piscean energy. So we had a full moon in Pisces not that long ago. I feel like a lot of this energy is still lingering around for you guys, which it will be until the next full moon. So that's normal. But I feel like you guys are super tapped into this energy. Um, and you guys are able to travel between worlds, so to speak. So some of you may be shamans or have shamanic abilities where you can travel to different realms. Some of you, this may be astral projection, where you have the ability to project to different realms. I feel like with the Transformers card reversed, this is something that you were naturally born with, but you haven't been able to tap into. I feel like this is something that's been repressed for some of you, or an ability that's been repressed for some of you. And it's now coming to the surface. It's like something about whatever planetary energies are going on is the kind of digging this up from the subconscious, from it's been repressed. It's been abilities that have been repressed. I also feel like for some of you, this is precognition. So being able to literally see other timelines or being able to jump timelines. So precognition is being able to see the future, but I see the future as timelines, different realities that are coexisting, right? And that's what this card is talking about too with the triformis. Past, present, and future is what I'm picking up from this. So being able to see all these different timelines, everything that's been before, everything that's to come, and everything that's present, right? You guys are able to jump through different things and to see different things, and that's a powerful thing. Like you guys are able to travel, you're able to there's so much psychic ability that's coming up from my pile twos, and the fairy door. So yeah, you guys are definitely able to travel to different realms, um, or different. It doesn't even have to be different realms. I'm not saying necessarily different realms. Like I said, it could be timelines. It could be different realities. What seems like other worlds, right? You guys are able to jump to these, whether that be like this, it's going to take on different forms for different people, whether this be like a dream walking, whether this be shamanism and literally being able to travel to the upper worlds and the lower worlds, whether this be astral travel, whether this be, being able to jump timelines and being aware of different timelines, whether this being precognition, being able to see the world in the future and see other worlds and other realities that way. I feel like this plays out so many different ways for so many of you. But a lot of you, this is an ability that you've been born with, and it's just kind of coming out back into awareness, and it's coming back into strength for a lot of you. Um, for a lot of you, a lot of my pile number twos this month. I also feel like with the nature too, and we have Yule and winter solstice, which talks about rebirth. So that fits in. For a lot of you, this was something that was stuffed under the surface, and now it's being reborn, right? Now it's coming up. Um, everything's thawing from this winter, and it's all coming back up to the surface, right? This is a rebirth of things. It's an inner rebirth. It starts within you, and you're able to see different things. But I also am seeing that for a lot of you too, you have the power to manifest things. For a lot of you too, we have literally, you guys are bringing in the new world that or are a major influence in bringing in the new world that is being created. So other worlds, when I seen this paired with the nature as well, I feel like, but this is I don't even feel like this is okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I feel like this is more of a collective. They're telling me this is more of a collective thing. So pile twos, you guys are definitely pulling in some psychic abilities, seeing things come to the surface as far as being able to see different timelines, being able to travel to different realms of existence, being able to communicate with different beings, that kind of thing. For the collective with the twos, this is just a reminder that we're building a new world, right? We are living in the times where literally we're building another world. We are going, Pluto's going through Capricorn right now. Capricorn is the last of the earth signs. So literally we are destroying the old world. Pluto destroys. It's death. It brings a death to the world, right? So we are literally, our old world that we know is dying. It is being brought to a death, and we are creating a new world, literally. Um, and they want us to know that we are in the process of going through this transformation, but that it's not a past, present, future kind of thing. All the energies combine. Past, present, future don't exist. They don't. Um, Linear concepts are a three-dimensional thing. Okay, we we can perceive past, present, and future as linear so that we can understand it, but it is a concept that does not exist. Really, time is interdimensional. So the past happens when the present happens, when the future happens. They're all occurring simultaneously, which is a hard concept for some people to get. But I feel like, and that's something that a lot of people are struggling. We're all looking at things from past, present, future kind of viewpoint. We have to bring ourselves into this now, right? Everything, there is no past, there is no present, there is no future. Everything is occurring in the now. Everything is happening simultaneously. That's what they want us to know. They want us to know that for the collective, we are creating a new world, but the new world is here. It's now. Stop worrying about the past, stop worrying about the future. When we can bring ourselves into the present and focus on that, then we'll open doorways to new existences. Everything's going through a rebirth right now. Everything's going through a rebirth. The world, humans, people, animals, every existence that lives on this earth is going through a rebirth at the moment. And, you know, we're going to have to kind of go with the flow of things for a bit. And to stay, the big thing is to stay present and not so much focus on the linear concepts of time. Don't focus on the past, the present, or the future. Stay in the now, because the doors and the opportunities that are coming through are in the now. They're not in the past, they're not in the future, they're in the now. And what we do in this present moment is what is going to mold this other world or this new world. Okay. It's very, very important for us to stay grounded, pay attention to what's going on in the world around us, not only in nature, but in the world in general. Okay, so that's pile number 2. Let's do pile number 3. If you're pulled or were pulled to this card, this is the abundance card. So the abundance card says, enjoy the beauty of life. Your supply is unlimited. Blessings are coming to you. And then we'll pull some cards. See what comes up for pile number 3s. This one's done flip. I want them to flip. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So let me see. That's those. Okay. So, okay. So what we have coming up, if you chose pile number 3, this is what we got for you. We have hand fasting, and then we have the earth reversed. This is what this month, these Libra energies are bringing up for you. In the next set that we have, there was 3 cards that came out. We have the Fates, along with the Kindred reversed and the Harvest reversed, balance. And then we have the Drawing Down the Moon reversed. And at the bottom of the deck, oops, we have the Lithia or Summer Solstice reversed. So if you chose pile 3, for my pile 3s, what I'm getting is endings, relationships, connections to people are being unearthed. Okay, so earth is reversed, and that's what I heard, ultimately, unearthed. Your connections to people. So we have Mercury retrograde right now going through Libra, and I just did a video on that, which I will be editing and uploading to my YouTube. Talking about actually Mercury retrograde, and that is one of the themes, severing relationships, going over, rethinking, reanalyzing our relationships. I feel like if you picked pile 3, this is you. This Mercury retrograde energy is hitting you hard. You may have a lot of relationships that you need to sever, ties you need to sever, bonds to people you need to sever, and these are being unearthed right now. These are really being brought up to your attention. You cannot really ignore this. These are being brought right into the spotlight. Right into the spotlight. Okay. We also have the Fates card coming up as well. So I feel like these are, because there's no more need for these connections. I feel like a lot of you might be a little resistant to cutting these cords, so to speak. Um, you may be a little resistant to cutting the cords. Earth can be a little stubborn. Earth energy, if you're an Earth sign, you can be stubborn, right? So it's saying like connections are being. Oops, sorry, I'm turning my phone here. Connections are being severed this month for you. Things are being unearthed. I feel like also toxic relationships are coming up to the surface for you guys. So relationships that maybe you didn't see the toxicity in, for this could be for some of you, not all of you. Again, this is a general reading. So I feel like for some of you, there's relationships that have been toxic that you haven't been seeing the toxicity in, that the toxicity is just kind of hitting you all of a sudden. It's really being brought into your awareness. For a lot of you, these relationships are ending because they were destined to. Okay. I feel like these people were soulmates, and I'm saying soulmates because we have the Kindred card and the Harvest card incoming behind those. And both of these cards are, this has to do with, you know, reaping what you've sowed, things coming to culmination. This Kindred card has to do with, you know, your soul family. People have come into, yes, people have come into your life for reasons. So Cass brings up a good point that soulmates come in many, many forms. And this is true. A lot of people confuse soulmates as your lovers or people that you are supposed to be with for the rest of your life. That is a common misconception. And I'm going to set this straight. Soulmates are people who come into our lives for a purpose, and usually it is to help us grow, learn, and develop and evolve. Okay, these people come in to teach us things, to teach us lessons, whether it be how to love, whether it be to teach us about ourselves, whether it be to teach us whatever we need to learn, whatever we've agreed to, right? Soulmates are kindred spirits, people we've made agreements with that come in to help us, but they are not always lovers. um, in fact, if you want to take it a little further, um, they can even be not even people. You can have a dog or cat or pet or an animal that is a soulmate. And I know that sounds really weird, but our animals can teach us things just as much as other people can. Nature can teach us things, you know, we can learn things from everything. So I feel like for you guys, these cords are being cut, like literally. You can see, right? Do you see the red in this? I'm going to show you guys if I can get the camera on it. The red in that cord. And this is a red cord that is being cut because your time with these people are up. Okay, they've come in, they've taught you what you need to know, you've harvested everything that you can harvest from them, you've learned as much as you can learn. Their time is up. It's time to cut them loose and let them go. So that's why the fates are coming up. The fates are saying, like, look, their fated part in your life is finished. You guys have fulfilled whatever soul contract you have going. It's time to cut these people. So it's not a bad thing. If you are pile threes and you're finding that you really are being called to cut people out of your life, don't view it as a bad thing. It is because their time with you has finished. Their time with you is done. You've learned all you can learn from them. They are no longer serving a purpose in your life. If anything, they're holding you back. So this is the reason why you want to let them go, because you are not going to grow if you keep them in your life, right? So you want to let them go, because what's going to happen is once you release these ties, other people who are more in sync with where you're at now are going to come in, and they're going to help, and they're going to play a role in your life, and then they're going to do what they do too. You know, some might stay, some might go, um, but they're going to do what they do. They're going to help you grow and evolve, and then that'll be that too, right? But they can't come in as long as you have these other frequencies holding your frequency down, right? You have to match the frequency of these people. So a lot of cord cutting for you guys, if you are my pile threes, probably. So we have Lithia and summer solstice as well coming up, reversed again. That cord, you see that cord? Oh, I'm seeing cords everywhere for you guys. The fact that this is reversed again. Um, I don't know if you guys know this, but summer solstice is actually the most prominent time of the year for people to get married. Um, most weddings happen during summer solstice. So, or around that time of year in June. June is the marriage month. So, again, it's saying like things that you've been committed to. I'm also getting to tell some of you that these might not be people. So bonds and ties, I'm saying people because we have Mercury going through retrograde, but my guides are saying this might not be people for some of you. So for some of you, this may be attachments to things or non-physical um, attachments to items. This is attachments to anything. They're like So they're not, this might not be, for some of you, these might not be people. These could be attachments to other things, right? Sometimes we have attachments like codependency is an attachment to other people to help us feel more fulfilled with ourselves, right? So you could be cutting the tie to being codependent so that you can be more independent. There was a time where you needed to be codependent. Obviously, being a child, for instance, children need to be codependent. They rely on their parents for certain things, and then they grow up, and that need for their parents is no longer there, so they sever that tie, right? That's what I'm getting. It might not be to a person for some of you. It might be to like a thought or a feeling or even an object. If you have something sitting around your home that you're no longer connected to, it's a good time to get rid of it, release it, let the ties go. So for a lot of you, this is a spring cleaning. Almost like a clear out for a lot of my pile threes. You guys are clearing out all the junk in your lives and all the attachments you have to things and really making way for some new abundance to come in. Once you clear this out, the abundance can come in. The new people, the new things, whatever it is that you're needing, that new energy will be free to come in, but it can't come in while you guys are holding on to the old. The old has to go. Much like when I did the collective reading after my pile twos, that somehow their pile turned into a collective as well. That was a very interesting. I've never had that happen. Um, but yeah, there was another message in there saying, we need to kind of let go of things and move on from things we are creating. So, yeah, you guys are going through. So while this is in Libra, this is a good time to let go of your attachments to things. And really, I feel like Libra season is really about looking at what you are connected to and whether really it is serving you, right? What is your relationships to people, places, and things? How are these relationships impacting your life right now? Are they impacting them in a positive way? Or are they impacting them in a negative way? And if they're impacting in a negative way, it's time to clear it out and let it go. So those are my 3 readings. If you guys missed this, the replay will be up, so don't worry. Gremlins are on a roll. They were. Um, so for pile threes, you guys want to. Oh, that's awesome, Cass. Go build a hobbit home. Yeah. Awesome. I love it. This does not bring me joy. Oh, Cass. Okay. So yeah, for pile ones, you guys got some major karma coming in. It's saying beware of what you're putting out this month because it will come back. If things have been out of balance, they're definitely going to be rebalanced. Karma's going to come in and it's balancing those scales for you guys big. But it is important for you guys to use discernment this month because what you're putting out will come back. You might also see past karma come back to you as well as other people in your lives. For my pile twos, you guys have some major psychic stuff going on. You know, you guys are really, really got some powerful, powerful intuitive energies and gifts that have been stored away that are really beginning to thaw out and come to the surface. They're really beginning to grow. And the growth has been stunted for a lot of them for you guys. But in amongst all of this, it is important that you do stay grounded as well with this. Um, Stay protected. I keep hearing protected too with the earth energy. Earth energy can be very, very protective and grounding. Don't get too caught up in daydreams and that Piscean energy because it's easy to get lost in. And for pile threes, you guys got some cord cutting stuff to do. So I'm gonna give you guys if you guys are in pile twos, you're going to want to focus on developing your abilities to see things. If you are pile threes, you want to focus on cord cuttings. And if you're pile ones, I already believed that I said doing any type of spell work for karma, justice, balance, anything like that will also be in your benefit. So awesome. Perfect, Amber. I'm glad that that resonated with you. Oh, you have a Pisces moon. Neptune's transiting right on top. Oh, yeah, that definitely. The moon with Neptune on top of it. Pisces moon in general is so like in sync with things. Like you guys can project. You guys get a lot of dream work going on too. Um, so a lot of like psychic intuition just with that placement and then having Neptune over top of it it adds so much more. Oh my goodness. On your midheaven. Oh, see, you could make psychic work a career then. That's awesome. That's so cool. Yeah, you could definitely make a career out of that one if you wanted to. That is so cool. Okay. So is there any you definitely probably could, Amber. I mean, in the 10th house on your midheaven, that's up. What? Okay. That depends though. Is your midheaven in your 10th house or is it in your 11th? Because I know for some people, like me, my midheaven is up in my 11th house. It's not in my 10th, which is really weird. So I can't really make a career off of my midheaven. Um, I can, I can, I can totally, influence mass amounts of people with my midheaven being in my 11th house, right? I can use that as a major influence for um doing things like what I'm doing, but as far as making money, it's not up in my career house, so hello, Krista. So it all depends on where your midheaven fits, Amber, whether it's up in your 10th. If it's in your 10th house, you could definitely make a career out of it. If it's in your 11th, I would say you could make an impact on a lot of people, though. Even if you can't make a career out of it, you can definitely impact a lot of people with it. So does anybody have any questions before I jump off of here? So the replay will be up for you, those of you just joining, because I do know I was trying to just record these and then I'm like, I need connections. No questions? Okay. So on that note, then I'm going to jump off of here, guys. Thank you guys for all the feedback. I'm glad to know for those of you that could join that these resonated with you. Just a disclaimer, guys, these are general readings, so they probably won't resonate with everyone, but take what resonates with you. If it resonates and it's meant for you, if it doesn't, then just leave it. It's all good. So I hope you guys have an awesome week. I will be back probably Thursday. I'll be on Facebook since I'm broadcasting to YouTube too right now. So Thursday I'll be on Facebook and doing readings. Probably I will definitely be on Sunday, although Sundays have been a little dead, so I might change my times. I don't know what's going on with Sundays lately, but Sundays have been very dead. So I might switch that up a little bit. But yeah, I'll be back to do some tarot readings for you guys. And I'll be back next week with some more pick a card readings. So if you guys want to join me, that would be awesome. I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.